There's something I wanted to share today, people. Um, I'm not going to try to be as formal. You know, I'm going to do my best to mind my P's and Q's because everybody who knows me knows that I curse a lot. So I'm going to be direct as possible, but without all the F bombs. So this is not going to be an easy, this is not going to be easy, period. Simple as that. Let's be real. So, in being real, um, as I watch a lot of the videos on Instagram or the Facebook or all that stuff, and I notice there's been trend that's been happening that people are explaining their journey or been sharing on how enlightened they are now, and that's great. That's great. You're doing your work. It's great that you are putting yourselves out there and all that. So I thought I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna share with you, you know, how enlightened I am, or how my journey's been going, how I've been doing my work. But I do want to share something that's for real, that's not in so much humor. I had a young woman who came by 2 weeks ago, and she did an interview. She was doing a documentary for her class project, and she I'm sure she probably went to a few other places or a few other people, and she had, and I was one of them. And one of the questions that she asked that I thought was very interesting was why I'm doing this. You know, why do I do what I do? And in the interview, for the most part, most of the interview I was crying because this is coming from my heart. The things that I do. I'm gonna be honest. It's not for compassion. I don't do this for the for healing people or because I believe I'm a healer. Actually, I did this because I felt I was broken. I felt that I was lost, and I was angry and rageful and depressed. Um, I had gone through a lot of trauma, and I wanted to fix my mind. I wanted to fix my heart. And those were the words. It wasn't heal myself or, you know, whatever, that all the nice, kind words. I wanted to fix myself because I thought I was broken. And I hated being broken because I looked at everybody else, and I was like, why can't I be normal? Why can't I be like them? Why can't I be happy? And I'm not going to go into the details. I mean, most of you who have come into my shop, who have sat with me, probably have heard some of my stories here and there. But what I do want to share is this was about me. How I got here to doing what I do, well, that was up to Spirit. It wasn't up to me. And I'm not, oh, I'm the chosen one or I'm special because Spirit chose me. No, it didn't work like that. It actually sort of just happened. It was like one day somebody sat down and said, I need to talk to you. And I noticed that a lot of people started doing that way. Bitch, I need to make money because you're taking a lot of my time. So I did. Somebody, friend of mine said, you should charge them. I'm like, you can charge people for that? They're like, yes. So there you have it. I've had to put a price to my time because people were taking a lot of my time. And I'm not gonna self-proclaim I went to all these, you know, what is they call the those classes that people life coach classes. I didn't even know that was a thing until probably like 3 or 4 years ago. I was like, oh, what's a life coach? So my experience is that I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm not embarrassed to say the mistakes that I made. I'm not ashamed of them because why? Because those mistakes sort of helped me become me. I had a son who asked me that one time. He says, Mom, if there's anything in your life that you could take away, what would you change? And I told him I wouldn't change anything. He says, even when you, the pain that you went through, even the drinking, even all of that, the abuse. I said, I can't. Because every one of those experiences required me to do a ceremony or to seek advice or to seek a teacher or an elder or a friend. It required me to do those steps to better understand me. So, what would I change? Nothing, because I like who I am today. I like me. I didn't follow any recipe. I didn't read all the books. Oh, I read this book on this and I did that. I didn't do that because I'll be honest. I had maybe a period of 15 years of reading, being a reader. I read a lot of books, but after a while, I got bored and I stopped reading. Um, I did take classes, here and there, meetup.com, and found, spiritual workshops, Reiki classes. I did my share, but it still wasn't like there was a formula that I followed. I just, maybe call me lucky, maybe call me the fool, like in the tarot, just stumbling through life. But whatever it was, it got me here. And I'm not going to pretend I'm something I'm not. I'm not going to self proclaim that I'm this guru, I am a blah, blah, blah. People give me a lot of labels and names, you know, and I'm grateful, Some people give me labels and names that are probably not such good things, but that's okay. I'm not ashamed to say, like, oh, yeah, I know I can be that way. I get it. I'm real about that. I'm a simple woman. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm a grandmother. I'm a friend. When I'm in the mood to be somebody's friend. Most of the time, I'm not. I'll be honest. Um, I'm a lot of things. But when it all comes to the end, I'm nothing, also. You know, this wasn't an easy journey. Every step of the way was hard, was challenging, but it was raw. It was real. I don't pretend. I'm not going to dress up like right now. This is a. This is. I decided I needed to say it. So I put the camera on, and that's it. I didn't go put my makeup on and get in this pretty clothes and set up everything in the back to make it look sexy or whatever. I'm not, half naked. I don't need to do that. Not because I'm better, because that's not who I am. That's the truth. That's just not who I am. I'm this gray haired woman who could probably stop smoking, maybe. um, if you come into my shop, you're going to see me wearing chaplas sometimes when I'm not in the mood to dress up. Uh, there's days I just don't feel like pretending. That's it. So I think I created my own wagon just now. I don't think I jumped in anybody's wagon here. And that just seems to sometimes happen. So instead of jumping in other people's wagons, why don't you create your own? All right?